Good evening. This is All India Radio. I am Lalima Aneja Dang, and with me is Vaibhav Jyotsna Srivastav with the evening news. The headlines. External Affairs Minister Jaishankar says respecting international law, recognizing the legitimate interest of partners, supporting multilateralism and promoting common good are the only ways of building a durable world order. India and China arrive at a consensus to disengage from all the areas of eastern Ladakh, says Army. 2,000 crore rupees allocated by PM CARES Fund for supplying made-in-India ventilators to government-run COVID hospitals. Banks sanction loans worth over 79,000 crore rupees to 19 lakh MSMEs and other businesses. World-famous Rath Yatra takes place amid restrictions in Puri, Odisha. And Vice President, Prime Minister and Home Minister pay tributes to Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee on his death anniversary today. India has said that respecting the international law, recognizing legitimate interests of partners, supporting multilateralism and promoting common good are the only ways of building a durable world order. In his opening remarks at the Russia-India-China RIC Trilateral Foreign Ministers video conference today, External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar said that this special meeting reiterates India's belief in the time-tested principles of international relations.
But the challenge today is not just one of concepts and norms, but equally of their practice. The leading voices of the world must be exemplars in every way. Respecting international law, recognizing the legitimate interests of partners, supporting multilateralism, and promoting common good are the only way to build a durable world order.
Dr. Jaishankar said the United Nations began with 50 members and today it has 193. He said UN's decision-making surely cannot continue to be in denial of this fact. He said Russia, India and China have been active participants in shaping the global agenda, and it is India's hope that RIC will also now converge on the value of reformed multilateralism. Dr. Jaishankar said the victory over Nazism and fascism in the Second World War was achieved through sacrifices across many theatres by many countries.
India made a significant contribution with 2.3 million of its citizens under arms and 14 million more participating in war production. Indian blood was shed at the battlefields of the world, from Tobruk, El Alamein and Monte Cassino to Singapore, Kohima and Borneo.
India and China have reached a consensus to disengage in the eastern Ladakh sector. In the co-commander level talks between India and China at Moldo, both sides agreed to disengage from all friction areas. Army sources say the co-commander level talks between India and China yesterday were held at Moldo in a cordial, positive and constructive atmosphere. Our correspondent reports modalities for disengagement from all friction areas in eastern Ladakh were discussed and will be taken forward by both sides. Our correspondent has the details.
The marathon meeting continued nearly for 12 hours in Moldo on the Chinese side of line of actual control to defuse the tensions in the eastern Ladakh sector. This was the second meeting between the two sides. They had met on June 6th also and agreed to disengage at multiple locations. But the event unfolded on June 15th, the violent clash and the casualties from both sides, which India termed it as premeditated and planned action by the Chinese troops. Reacting to the development, Prime Minister Narendra Modi assured the countrymen that Indian armed forces are leaving no stone unturned to protect the country. Mr. Modi asserted that country today has such capability that no one can even dare look towards an inch of our land. So motto, people are also seen boycotting and banning Chinese products in different parts of the country. Saubhagyakar, Air News, Delhi.
Chief of Army Staff General M.M. Narvane reached Leh on a 2-day visit to Ladakh today. Army General is visiting Leh for the second time after the recent standoff at the line of actual control in eastern Ladakh. Here's more from our correspondent.
After a violent standoff in the Galwan River Valley on 15th June, the Chief of Army Staff General M.M. Narvane is in Ladakh for a 2-day visit. On his arrival, General Narwane visited Army Hospital in Leh to interact with the injured soldiers in Galwan standoff. He enquired about their well-being and treatment at the hospital. This was a morale-boosting interaction for the gallant soldiers. Later in the evening, General Narwane met Ladakh MP Jamyang Sering Namgyal at the Hall of Fame in Leh. General M.M. Narwane will have series of meetings with local army officials tomorrow. Ramesh Chandra, All India Radio News, Leh.
The government today said that the recovery rate of COVID-19 reached 56.37% in the country and a total of 2,48,190 people have been cured so far. During the last 24 hours, 10,994 people have recovered from COVID-19. Presently, the total number of active corona cases in the country is 1,78,014. As per the World Health Organization's Situation Report 154, India has one of the lowest deaths per lakh population. India's average cases of death per lakh population is 1, while the global average is 6.04. Health and Family Welfare Ministry said a total of 14,933 new cases of COVID-19 have been reported in the last 24 hours, taking the total number of cases to 4,40,215. In one day, a total of 312 deaths have been reported, taking the nationwide toll to 14,011. The case fatality rate is 3.18% in the country. Meanwhile, Indian Council of Medical Research (ICMR) said 107,233 tests of coronavirus samples were conducted by various laboratories in the country in the last 24 hours. So far, a total of 71,37,716 tests have been conducted. ICMR is continuously increasing its testing facility for COVID-19 by giving approval to government and private laboratories. As of now, 992 laboratories across India have been given approval to conduct tests for COVID-19. That includes 726 government laboratories and 266 private laboratory chains. The PM Cares Fund Trust has allocated 2,000 crore rupees for the supply of 50,000 made-in-India ventilators to government-run COVID hospitals in all states and union territories. In addition, 1,000 crore rupees have been allocated for the welfare of migrant labourers. More from our correspondent.
Out of the 50,000 ventilators, 30,000 ventilators are being manufactured by Bharat Electronics Limited. 2,923 ventilators have been manufactured so far, and out of which 1,340 ventilators have been delivered to the states and union territories. These ventilators have been supplied to Maharashtra, Delhi, Gujarat, Bihar, Karnataka and Rajasthan. By the end of this month, additional 14,000 ventilators will be delivered to all the states and union territories. In addition, 1,000 crore rupees have already been released to states and union territories for welfare of the migrant labourers. These assistance will be used for arranging accommodation, food, medical treatment and transportation of the migrants. Large portion of the fund was allocated to Maharashtra, followed by Uttar Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. 181 crore rupees were released to Maharashtra, 103 crore rupees to Uttar Pradesh and 83 crore rupees to Tamil Nadu. Grants were also released to Gujarat, Delhi, West Bengal, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Karnataka. Bhupendra Singh, AIR News, Delhi.
Home Minister Amit Shah, in a reply to a letter from Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, said the government has already assigned the work of operating COVID Care Centre to the ITBP. Earlier, the Delhi Chief Minister had asked for deployment of doctors and nurses from the ITBP and Army at the 10,000-bedded COVID Care Centre in Chhatarpur. Mr. Shah informed that a large part of the facility will be operational by Friday, as per the discussion held in the meeting with the Delhi Chief Minister earlier last week. Home Minister also informed that a 1,000-bedded full-fledged hospital with 250 ICU beds in the national capital is being developed for COVID patients by DRDO and the Tata Trust. Mr. Shah informed that the armed forces personnel have been deployed for providing medical care and attention to COVID patients in the COVID care railway coaches in the city. The Maharashtra government has announced an ex gratia of 30 lakh rupees for employees of the power department who died due to COVID-19. In a statement, Maharashtra's Energy Minister Nitin Raut said the employees are risking their lives to ensure that there are no power outages and hence it is the state's government's responsibility to look after their families. Details from our Mumbai correspondent.
The Swasth platform will digitally connect patients with doctors and wellness providers. Built by 100 healthcare specialists, this nationwide telemedicine app-based service aims to provide quick and free teleconsultation access, not just on coronavirus, but other ailments too. The app uses artificial intelligence to determine the care required, culminating into a digitally signed prescription and treatment advice. Swasth will also provide services like home quarantine assistance, diagnostics, pharmacy, hospital bed discovery and booking assistance at a subsidized cost. Meanwhile, a shocking incident of 70 corona-positive patients missing from Mumbai's hotspot of Malad has been reported. Mumbai's civic body has approached the local police to trace the patients as they pose a great risk to others who come in contact with them. Nisha Rani, AIR News, Mumbai.
Among the major states in India, Karnataka has achieved the highest per-patient contact tracing at about 47 contacts per patient. The in-charge for COVID War Room in the state, Munish Maudgil, has said that the state could contain the spread of COVID-19 because it could trace and quarantine every contact within 14 days prior to being tested positive. He has informed that more than 10,000 field staff are doing contact tracing work. Our correspondent has the details.
The contact tracing mobile app records all primary and secondary contacts with their addresses. The field level staff across the state access them immediately and establish contact with persons for immediate quarantine. After isolating the primary and secondary contacts, the details of their phone numbers are entered in the mobile app for tracking them with the help of GPS. Hence, the app is helping authorities to complete within 24 hours the process of identifying all contacts, hand stamping them and putting them in quarantine. Mr. Maudgil says that online and real-time MIS reports enable continuous tracking of contacts of each new patient and supervision from the state to village level. Sudhindra, AIR News, Bengaluru.
Kerala reports highest single-day surge in COVID cases with 141 people testing positive for the virus today.
As the state reports over 100 cases for the fifth consecutive day, Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan said that the situation is getting serious and the fear of community spread exists. Mr. Vijayan informed that the surveillance and precautionary measures will be strengthened, including deploying more health workers, conducting more COVID tests also among people with no symptoms. He further said that the relaxations will be curtailed if the guidelines are not strictly followed. As COVID cases are on a rise, the capital city Thiruvananthapuram to be under strict restriction for coming 10 days. Shops in the city will be functioning on alternate days. Token system will be implemented in markets and public to be restricted in government offices in the city premises. Mayusha for AR News from Thiruvananthapuram.
The Uttar Pradesh government will establish COVID help desks at every police station, hospital, collectorate, block development office and major institutions, including jails of the state. These help desks will play an important role in generating awareness and giving first-hand help to the citizens of the state.
These help desks will act as support system for general public and will have posters and pamphlets displaying precautions necessary to break the chain of corona infection. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has asked officials to ensure at least 2 persons on these COVID help desks, which will function in every hospital of all 75 districts from morning 7 to evening 7. Chief Minister said that there should be arrangement of pulse oximeter, infrared thermometer and sanitizer on these desks. DGP and Additional Chief Secretary Home have been directed to visit various institutions to take stock of the arrangements of COVID help desk. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
In Himachal Pradesh, ASHA workers are playing a significant role in containing the corona pandemic. They are not only helping to detect people with ILI, that is influenza-like illness symptoms, but also motivating the people to strictly follow quarantine norms. Here's more from our correspondent.
The state government has decided to give 2,000 rupees per month as an incentive for the month of June and July to all ASHA workers across the state. Chief Minister Jairam Thakur said Himachal Pradesh has effectively fought COVID-19 and ASHA workers in the state have played a key role in controlling the virus infection. He said the state government has succeeded in checking community spread and credit of this goes to the ASHA workers. Sanjeev Sundariyal, AIR News, Shimla.
In Assam, the lockdown has been declared at 11 wards in Guwahati city with effect from 9 p.m. tonight. The Deputy Commissioner of Kamrup Metro District, Biswajit Pegu, said that the lockdown will be continued for 14 days. He said that the decision was taken after large-scale COVID-19 spread has been reported in certain areas in Guwahati city. Shops dealing with groceries, fruits and vegetables, dairy and milk booths and fodder will remain open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Assam has 2,079 active cases as of now. In our series Experts Speak on All India Radio, we bring you the views of the leading medical experts on COVID-19. Dr. Anant Mohan, head of pulmonary medicine, AIIMS, has advised people to not take medicines like hydroxychloroquine or anti-malarial without a prescription by a doctor.
Please do not take medicines such as azithromycin, other antibiotics, antivirals or hydroxychloroquine or other anti-malarials without a proper prescription by a doctor. Do not self-medicate.
Jacinta Gunjal, Senior Nursing Officer, AIIMS, has stressed on the need to break the chain of infection.
Social distancing is a non-pharmaceutical infection prevention and control intervention to break the chain of infection.
You are listening to the evening news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. External Affairs Minister Jaishankar says, respecting international law, recognizing the legitimate interest of partners, supporting multilateralism and promoting common good are the only ways of building a durable world order. India and China arrive at a consensus to disengage from all the areas of eastern Ladakh, says Army. 2,000 crore rupees allocated by PM CARES Fund for supplying made-in-India ventilators to government-run COVID hospitals. Banks sanction loans worth over 79,000 crore rupees to 19 lakh MSMEs and other businesses. World-famous Rath Yatra takes place amid restrictions in Puri, Odisha. And the Vice President, Prime Minister and Home Minister pay tributes to Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee on his death anniversary today. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
अपने साथ अपनों का ध्यान रखो, बड़े बुजुर्गों का तुम ध्यान रखो, महामारी से लड़ना है बहुत जरूरी, ज्यादा पास न जाना, रखो 2 गज दूरी, सुरक्षित दादा दादी नाना नानी अभियान, अपने साथ अपनों का ध्यान.
Public and private sector banks have sanctioned loans worth over 79,000 crore rupees so far under the Emergency Credit Line Guarantee Scheme, out of which more than 35,000 crore rupees has already been disbursed. The scheme was launched by the government to provide relief to the MSME sector by incentivizing member lending institutions to provide additional credit of up to 3 lakh crore at low interest to enable MSMEs to meet their operational requirements during COVID-19 crisis. The Finance Ministry has said that the interventions by the government for micro, small and medium enterprises, MSMEs, have been gaining rapid traction. The top lenders under the scheme are SBI, HDFC Bank, Bank of Baroda, Punjab National Bank and Canara Bank. The ministry said this has helped 19 lakh MSMEs and other businesses restart their businesses post the lockdown. In Puri Rath Yatra, chariots of Lord Jagannath, Lord Balbhadra and Devi Subhadra have reached Gundicha temple. For the first time ever, the annual Rath Yatra is being performed in the absence of devotees amid COVID-19 restrictions. Chief Minister of Odisha, Naveen Patnaik, thanked everyone, including servitors, Puri District Administration, the Health Department and the police for smooth conduct of the Rath Yatra. A report.
3 chariots have reached Gundicha temple in Puri. Earlier, Puri Gajapati Maharaj Divya Singh Dev performed Chhera Pohra ritual on the 3 chariots. Hundreds of servitors and police personnel pulled the chariots of 3 lords. They were permitted to do that only after they had tested negative for COVID-19. The festival ends after 9 days when the deities make their way back to Jagannath temple. Iti Shri Singh Rathore, AIR News, Cuttack.
The Vice President, the Prime Minister and the Home Minister today paid tributes to eminent educationist and founder of Bharatiya Jansangh, Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, on his death anniversary today. In a tweet, Vice President said, Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee was an illustrious son of India and a staunch nationalist. He said Dr. Mukherjee opposed grant of special status to Jammu and Kashmir and fought relentlessly for the complete integration of Jammu and Kashmir till his last breath. Paying his tributes, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said he was a great son of Mother India. Home Minister Amit Shah said Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee fought for India's unity and integrity and laid down his life for it. Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar also paid tributes to Dr. Mukherjee. BJP President Jagat Prakash Nadda paid floral tributes at the statue of Dr. Mukherjee at the BJP headquarters. Paying respect to him, Mr. Nadda said,
उनका बलिदान व्यर्थ नहीं गया। हम सब लोग उनकी बातों को लेकर के लगे रहे और हम जानते हैं कि पिछले साल 5 और 6 अगस्त को धारा 370 समाप्त हुई और 35A भी गया और देश की एकता और अखंडता के लिए हम सब लोग समर्पित रहे। उनकी प्रेरणा लेकर के हम सब लोग काम में जुटे हैं। आज श्रद्धांजलि देते हुए देश की एकता और अखंडता के लिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी कटिबद्ध है।
Defense Minister Rajnath Singh, who is on a 3-day visit to Russia today, said that Moscow has assured Delhi that the ongoing contracts will be maintained. Talking to media after meeting Russian Deputy Prime Minister Mr. Yuri Borisov, Mr. Singh said that he has been assured that the contracts will not be just maintained, but in a number of cases will be taken forward in a shorter time. In a series of tweets, Mr. Singh said that the discussion with the Deputy Prime Minister was very positive and productive, and all the proposals have received positive response from the Russian side. Mr. Singh said he is in Moscow at the invitation of the Russian Ministry of Defense to attend the 75th anniversary of the Victory Day Parade, which is the most auspicious occasion for Russia and also significant for the whole world. Mr. Singh said he looks forward to participating in the 75th Victory Parade tomorrow. He said Indian soldiers participated in the war effort in millions and suffered immense casualties. He said it is a great honor that an Indian military contingent will be marching in the Red Square tomorrow. In a major jolt to the Rashtriya Janata Dal, RJD, ahead of the Legislative Council polls in Bihar, 5 sitting MLCs joined Nitish Kumar-led Janata Dal United today. The assembly poll in the state is also due in October-November. The RJD, which had 8 MLCs, is now left with only 3 MLCs. The MLCs who defected to JDU are Radha Charan Shah, Sanjay Prasad, Dilip Rai, Muhammad Qamar Alam and Ranvijay Kumar Singh. The MLCs who joined the JDU do not face anti-defection law as they form 2/3 of the total number of MLCs of the RJD. A letter about formal joining of the RJD MLCs was forwarded by Chief Whip of the JDU, Reena Devi, to the acting chairman of the Legislative Council. The chairman of the Legislative Council recognized all 5 RJD MLCs as JDU members in the House. Political development has made the JDU with 21 MLCs as the single largest party in the 75-member council, which presently has a strength of 46 as 29 seats are lying vacant. The BJP has 16 MLCs in the council and also has the support of an independent MLC. The polling for 9 seats is scheduled on the 6th of July. Meanwhile, Raghubansh Prasad Singh has resigned from the post of Vice President of the party today. In the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, 2 terrorists have been gunned down by security forces in an exchange of fire with terrorists in the Bandhu area of South Kashmir's Pulwama district this morning. According to police, a joint team of Pulwama Police, Army and CRPF launched a cordon and search operation based on specific intelligence input about the presence of terrorists in the Bandhu area. A senior police officer said that the joint team eliminated 2 terrorists. 1 CRPF personnel was also martyred in the operation. 2 AK-47 rifles have been recovered from the encounter site. The identity of the slain terrorists is being ascertained. This was the 11th encounter in South Kashmir in this month, in which 34 terrorists have been killed so far. Jammu and Kashmir DGP Dilbagh Singh today said that Jaish-e-Mohammed was again planning to carry improvised explosive device attacks on the security forces in Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir, but security forces are fully ready to tackle any eventuality. Talking to media in Srinagar after the wreath-laying ceremony of a CRPF Jawan who was martyred in an encounter with the militants.
We have reports that the militants are again, especially Jaish-e-Mohammed, is planning to have some big ID incident somewhere against the security forces or any other incident directed against the security forces. We are exercising full restraint and full alert at all the levels. So I'm sure alert troops would be able to take care of those designs.
Mr. Singh said that Pakistani troops are violating ceasefire to help militants waiting at launch pads near the LOC to infiltrate into this side from Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. However, he said that the border and hinterland grids of security forces are alert and are working in coordination to thwart any such attempt.
The Ministry of Ayush has asked the Patanjali Ayurved Limited to provide at the earliest details like the name and composition of the medicines being claimed for COVID treatment. Yog Guru Baba Ramdev's Patanjali Ayurved today launched its medicine for COVID-19 named Coronil at Haridwar in Uttarakhand. The Ayush Ministry has asked it to provide details of hospitals where the research study was conducted for COVID-19, protocol, sample size, institutional ethics committee clearance, CTRI registration, and results data of the study. It has directed the company to stop advertising and publicizing such claims till the issue is duly examined. The ministry has also requested the concerned state licensing authority of Uttarakhand government to provide copies of license and product approval details of the Ayurvedic medicines being claimed for the treatment of COVID-19. The ministry in a statement said that it has taken cognizance of the news being recently flashed in the media about Ayurvedic medicines developed for the treatment of COVID-19 by Patanjali Ayurved Limited. It said facts of the claim and details of the stated scientific study are not known to the ministry. Earlier, Yog Guru Baba Ramdev's Patanjali Ayurved had launched its medicine for COVID-19 named Coronil. During the launch of the medicine at Haridwar in Uttarakhand, Baba Ramdev said that Patanjali has prepared the first Ayurvedic clinically controlled research, evidence and trial-based medicine for COVID-19.
The government has decided that Muslims from India will not go to Saudi Arabia to perform Hajj due to the corona pandemic. Minority Affairs Minister Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi today informed that he received a phone call from Hajj and Umrah Minister of Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Dr. Muhammad Salih bin Tahir Benthan, suggesting not to send Hajj pilgrims from India this year. Mr. Naqvi said that the entire world is facing challenges posed by the pandemic and Saudi Arabia has also been affected by it. He said that 213,000 applications had been received for Hajj 2020. The minister said the process has been started today to immediately refund the full amount of money deposited by the applicants without any deduction.
The News Services Division of All India Radio in its bilingual live phone-in program today will bring you a special discussion on COVID-19. Dr. A.K. Varshni, Senior Medical Consultant, Ram Manohar Lohia Hospital, will participate in the discussion. Listeners can ask questions to the expert on toll-free telephone number 1800-115767. You may also ask questions on the telephone number 011-2331-4444 and post queries on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts by hashtag AskAIR. This can be heard tonight on FM Gold Channel and additional frequencies from 9:30 p.m. onwards. This program will also be available on our website newsonair.com and on our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. You may also follow us on the News on AIR app for updates.
Now let us take a look at the weather forecast for tomorrow. The national capital Delhi will see a minimum temperature of 26 and a maximum temperature of 36 degrees Celsius. Mumbai will have a temperature between 26 and 34 degrees Celsius, whereas in the south, Chennai will see partly cloudy skies with light rain or drizzle. The temperature will hover between 28 and 38 degrees Celsius. In Hyderabad, the minimum temperature will be 24, while the maximum will be around 32 degrees Celsius. Bangalore will witness a minimum temperature of 20 and a maximum of 29. In Gilgit, My apologies. On to the north. In the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, the minimum temperature will be 28 and the maximum will be 32. The city will observe generally cloudy sky with moderate rain.
And now before we end, the headlines once again. External Affairs Minister Jaishankar says respecting international law, recognizing the legitimate interest of partners, supporting multilateralism and promoting common good are the only ways of building a durable world order. India and China arrive at a consensus to disengage from all areas of eastern Ladakh, says Army. 2,000 crore rupees allocated by PM CARES Fund for supplying made-in-India ventilators to government-run COVID hospitals. Banks sanctioned loans worth over 79,000 crore rupees to 19 lakh MSMEs and other businesses. World-famous Rath Yatra takes place amid restrictions in Puri, Odisha, and Vice President, Prime Minister and Home Minister pay tributes to Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee on his death anniversary today. And with that, we end the evening news.